Imagine you could charge a client $10,000 for a single video. And imagine you would do that every single month. That would mean you will make $120,000 per year with only 12 clients. And it's actually not even hard to do. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how you can. My name is Nick Metzger and I grew my own video agency from zero to over $40,000 per month. And now I help videographers just like you make more money. So let's get right into it. So what you gotta understand is there are three major pillars that you gotta follow in order to be able to charge a client $10,000 per video, get 12 clients and make $120,000 per year. Pillar number one is positioning yourself as an expert. And the number one easiest way to do this is to pick one niche that you focus on. This is how experts and specialists are born. I mean, it's kind of like healthcare. I mean, think about it. You have a problem with your ankle. Who would you like to go to? To the ankle specialist or to a random doctor? Well, most people would say they go to the specialist just based on the fact that the specialist knows exactly what the ankle is all about, knows all the injuries that you can have, knows all the ins and outs, all the treatment opportunities and so on. So therefore, a specialist is more likely to give you a better option for what you're looking for. Now, one crucial thing here, when you pick a niche, that does not mean that you're married to that niche forever and you can never do anything else. It just literally means that you pick one industry, one niche that you focus on when you do outreach, when you do marketing, when you do sales, right? Because when you have one focus, it's gonna be so easy for you to find the people that you're looking for. But if you're working with pretty much everybody, and I'm the videographer for everyone, what's gonna happen is once you want to start doing outreach, once you want to start cold pitching, once you want to start running ads, you will never have a clear message and it's confusing to your potential clients and nobody knows what you really stand for. That's why we picked the niche. Now, pillar number two is marketing yourself to your target audience, okay? And marketing yourself to your target audience is always easiest when you have portfolio work in that niche, in that target audience. But if you don't have any portfolio work yet, there's a simple and easy way how you can fix this and get paid for it, okay? So what you can do is reach out to a company in that niche and present them with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, which means they are only gonna pay if the video that you do for them, which is kind of like a test video for you, test client style, only if that satisfies them, only if they're happy with it, they're gonna pay. Now, very important here, you don't just send them the video and they say, well, we're not happy. And you say, oh, okay, sorry. No, it's like you sent the video, but you only do so after they approved it when it was watermarked, okay? So that means beforehand, before you even start the project, you build a checklist of all the things that they would define as a great video, a video that they will be happy with. Okay, that means soundtrack, sound effects, style of edit, style of transition, style of text, and so on. They need to give you all these answers. You need to ask them these questions. And once they do, you know exactly what they like, right? So how would there be the case that they're not satisfied at the end? So once you send the video over, watermarked, and they approve it, then they pay, you send the final file. If they don't approve it, if they say, well, we're not satisfied, you ask them why and what you need to change. They'd say what you need to change and whoop, there we go. They approved it and you're good. And if they, for some reason, decide to not approve it at all, well, you still have that portfolio work. You don't get paid for it, which is fine because now you can start reaching out to businesses with a finished video in that niche. And once you have that video ready, what you can do is you start reaching out through social media and email to businesses in that niche. And the best way to do so is the so-called perfect cold video pitch, okay? The perfect cold video pitch is simple. You just record a video, no fancy setup, nothing, literally just you, laptop, webcam, record your video, go on the website of the client and show the website as well as yourself and tell them about the opportunities that they are losing out on because they're not using videos yet, okay? Best thing is to compare them with a competitor of theirs that is already using video. And then you can tell them, according to studies, a website video increases the conversion rate of that website by up to 80%. So all your competitors that are using video are pretty much ethically stealing your clients, okay? And you having a video would increase the chance that you get more of these clients that are now going to the competitor. And that is what you put in that video pitch, then you send it out. And as a little disclaimer here, oftentimes you don't get a response. So what you need to do is to follow up with them, okay? We always say the money is in the follow-up. Follow up with them until you get an answer, until you can book a call, until you can get the deal. And that's when we go into pillar number 3. Pillar number 3 is sales. This is where the magic happens. You're pretty much on the finish line of getting a $10,000 client. But how do you actually do it? First of all, never ever communicate prices through email, text, or any other written form. Always drop prices on the phone only, okay? It is crucial that you don't get judged by a number. You want to make sure that they see you as the expert. You want to make sure that they fully understand what you're capable of doing. And if they just compare you by the numbers with other videographers, that's not going to happen. So how you always want to start out, let's assume you sent out a video pitch and somebody's interested. You always want to make sure you qualify the prospect through the phone, okay? And what that actually means is you hop on a phone call with them. This should be a 15 to 20 minute phone call. We call it the discovery call. And in that call, you ask your potential client all the questions that are needed for you to define if the prospect is qualified or not. Now, what are these questions? Typically, what are their goals? What are their challenges? What struggles do they have to achieve their goals? What have they tried before? How did that work? And of course, what is your budget? Okay, you always want to ask the client what their budget is in order to make sure that they're in the range where you like to be working. Now, if they say, well, we don't really have a budget, what does it cost to make a video? What you can say is, well, look, a typical video ranges from $10,000 to $20,000. Would that be something that is doable for you? And then what they will say is either, yeah, that's doable, or they say, no, that's way too much. And that is when you ask them, okay, so what is the maximum you can do? And that is when they will drop their budget. And then, final step, if they're qualified, you're gonna hop on a so-called strategy call with them, which always happens over Zoom or Google Meet or any other video platform. And what you wanna do in there is you wanna prepare 3 ideas before you come into that call. 3 ideas, 3 packages, the first of which costs $10,000, this is your base, the minimum, because you want to close $10,000 clients, right? The second one can be in the range of $15,000 to $16,000 to $17,000, and then the top one can be in the range of $25,000 to $30,000. Now, why is the top one so much more expensive? First of all, you're never gonna sell what you don't present. The client is not gonna buy what they don't see, okay? So therefore, you gotta have one premium package with every pitch you make, because it does 2 things. First of all, sometimes the client buys it, which is great. But then usually what also happens is when you have a super premium package, the middle one and the bottom one look cheap in comparison, okay? So selling the $10,000 video when there is a $30,000 video pitched is way easier because the client has a completely different relation to that money. All right, so now you know how you can sell a $10,000 video. And if you're not yet at $10,000 a month, no worries, I have something for you that could be interesting. Right in the description below, there is a video linked where I explain exactly how my Video Business Academy works, where I take videographers just like you to over $10,000 per month within 3 to 6 months. And the cool thing about it is that we have a 100% success guarantee. So if you want, go check that out and see you next time.